Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Witches and Weeds Oracle today, and our card of focus is number 31 with Heart of the Wolf. So the Heart of the Wolf knows its pack, right? It knows its pack and it recognizes its pack, but it also knows solitude and is not afraid to be on its own. Okay. And that heart belongs to a courageous animal that moves in the daytime, in the nighttime, all times, all manner of times, without hesitation, right? Very confident, sure of itself. So mugwort is the plant that goes with this card. And mugwort surrounds that heart like a cloak. It protects it. It is a plant that opens inner sight and encourages lucid dreaming. Okay? And it's there in that state of lucid dreaming, well, if you've ever had a lucid dream, you know that you're alert. You're dreaming, but you're awake, if that makes any sense. Okay, that's what the mugwort is for. So basically, this card is asking you to trust your heart and not to be afraid of your heart's wild, wild dreams. Because there's a message in there for you. Okay? And the wolf's heart isn't afraid because it's also beating in unison with all the hearts around it. So there's something that your heart wants right now that you're meant to listen to and not turn away from. Trust it, even if it sounds weird and wild, or even it's something that you're just like, where did that come from? Like, pay attention to it. Okay. I am using the Guardian of the Night Tarot today, and we're going to dig into this message for you. So I hope you're all doing well as we're kind of wrapping up this weekend. Happy to be with you on your journey. Ooh, hello. I got that one's trying to pop out. Let's just take a quick look. Let's see. Wow. We have a lot of them trying. That's too many, but let's at least look at this first one. Four of Cups. Okay, card of awareness, right? Card of awareness. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look and see what this is for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective, okay? So if it doesn't fit, don't make it. Flex that discernment muscle. Trust your intuition. The more we trust and believe in ourself and our intuition, the stronger that gets. And the stronger that gets, the more clear our path becomes, okay? It's like a navigational GPS, that intuition of yours. That was a weird thing to say. All right, right out of the gate, we have temperance. So there's a bit of patience here. Moderation, staying calm. It is also divine timing, all right? So maybe there's something that's going to come to you through a lucid dream that's meant to come to you at this time, all right? In your energy, you have the Four of Wands, so definitely a union, maybe an achievement, crossing a finish line of some sort, so to speak, something a goal that you have that you attained, right? So this is it's a card of union, it's a card of celebration, it's a card of freedom. So maybe you graduated, maybe you got married, maybe you paid off that big bill, whatever it is. This is your sign to, celebrate. And it's often with your community, with your besties, whatever. Okay. So this is in your energy. So you know what this is. You know what this Heart of the Wolf is. This wild dream that has come to you. Okay. So stay calm. Celebrate that. I mean, you are in celebration. It's in your energy. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So temperance with divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune says, yes, it's time for this to come to you in your life right now. All right. This is something you probably manifested. If it's a wish, dream, desire, like the star card, something that you really, really wanted. But maybe it seems so far out of reach, you know. Sometimes those wild ideas and those wild dreams that we have, they just seem so far out there that like no one could ever possibly achieve it, right? And yet here you are. Here it comes. Under Temperance, we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, maybe it was something that you felt like you had to fight for super hard. Five of Swords is a winning at all cost, right? Sometimes we kind of forget what we're fighting for. So I mean, honestly, if I'm trusting my intuition, I feel like you've been fighting for the wrong thing, right? You've been fighting for the wrong things. You've been fighting for the things that everyone says you're supposed to have. Everyone says you're supposed to do. Everyone says how you're supposed to be. It feels like you've been fighting for the wrong things, right? And I think that's why this lucid dream is going to come in for you. And it's going to remind you of something, divine timing. And you're going to be able to step away from this Five of Swords energy. You're going to see that what you've been fighting for isn't right. It's all wrong. That's a crazy thing, right? But it's already in your energy. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Yep, Seven of Swords. Dishonesty, distrust, betrayal. It does. It really, and this is in your energy. It feels like you've just suddenly like understood that you've been lied to. Like we grow up believing what people tell us, right? I grew up in that generation of pay attention, you know, you listen to your elders, you respect your elders, you do as you're told, right? One of the popular sayings in my household was, do as I say, not as I do, right? So we're told who we are, how we are, why we are, all this stuff as we're growing up, and we tend to grab a hold of those. But you're coming out of that. This feels like a huge internal shift, a huge mindset shift, a huge heart shift. As we're talking about the heart of the wolf, this is going to free you. That's why it's coming out underneath this Four of Wands here. You've seen the lie. You've seen the lie. And it's not that it was a lie. It's not that people were lying to you. Everybody always says it's for your own good, right? And I believe they truly believe that. But it's really hard to make those decisions for other people because we don't know who they are, what they will become. You know, we all have a different path. It's such an interesting topic. We have the Justice card coming out. So yeah, the scales of justice are going to be balanced. You've been fighting a long, hard fight that you weren't meant to fight. Okay. And you understand that now. It's going to give you some freedom. You're going to feel so much lighter, and some justice is coming in. Those scales are going to be balanced. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Trust those wild dreams. This lucid dream is coming, or it's here. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to open your eyes. Under that Five of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, definitely a message incoming. Okay, cups are of the emotions. So it can be good news. It's going to make you feel joyous, maybe. It could be a proposal. It could have to do with love and fun and magic and all those things that make our hearts sing, right? So there is a message coming in. And it may be coming, it may be really wild, coming through your dream. But it's coming. It's coming. In your energy. Good for you, King of Wands. Okay, so you are very self-confident. It's the energy of the wolf, right? The King of Wands. Independent, fiercely independent, self-confident, trailblazer. Definitely listens, right, to what others advice, whatever from others, but then will do it himself. So the King of Wands is the trailblazer, kind of the outlaw of all the kings, right? Not that it's a breaking the law in a bad way, but doing things in alignment with them, with you. This is in your energy. So you are moving forward. You've woken up. You are moving forward. for you in a very, very cool, independent way, right? It's that sort of lone wolf spirit. But remember, the wolf has a pack, okay? Keep in mind we have the Two of Wands. Yes, you are planning your new world. This is the planning stages. You're standing at the portal. You're ready to step through. You're on the threshold, right? And look at what's waiting for this lion on the other side. There's water, there's food, there's grass, there's all kinds of things. Look at the little bird here. Another little message. Little bird here. We got messages all over the place. Yeah, you've got something. Just pay attention, okay? Something's going to hit you funny, but not in a bad way. Coming through your dreams. Lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming. All right, let's see what else we have here for our quick little energetic read today. Energetic read, yeah, 10 of Cups, okay. So, happiness, joy, family, friends, abundance of the heart. Your cup overfloweth. This is so much happiness and joy for you that it sort of ripples out of you and it just touches everyone and everything around you. People, places, things. You brighten a room when you walk in with this much joy. So you're heading away from this Five of Swords energy into a 10 of Cups energy, right? When you step away, it's like wearing a pair of shoes that doesn't feel right. And then you put the right shoes on and all of a sudden everything feels different, okay? You're able to do more. You're able to accomplish more. We have the Emperor showing up. So yeah, definitely wisdom and maturity. Part of the reason that this probably took as long as it has. Remember, Temperance is a card of patience, kind of slow moving healing, right? It's a card of healing. So maybe you had to heal something first before you could step forward, before you could recognize that you were living for others and not for yourself. That's what this is about. Living for others and not for yourself. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is all about reciprocity, right? It's freely giving and freely receiving with an open heart. It's a balanced exchange. Okay, now this is Pentacles, so it does talk about money, but this is also about energy and being grounded and rooted in a place. And this is your safety, your security. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get one more. Just one more. I like this for you. So pay attention to your dreams. This, like I said, talks about a lucid dream. Your eyes are being opened to some kind of deception. With that 7 that's kind of hidden underneath there. You're seeing the truth. You're beginning to see the truth of the situation. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you'll be walking away and it may feel like struggle and hardship, but don't worry about that. This is the right move for you. Okay, just stay calm. Stay calm. Something good's going to come out of this, okay? Let's get one card. Let's just ask for clarification. Like, can we get a card for what the outcome is here? The 7 of Wands. Okay, stand your ground. Don't let anybody sway you. You're on the right path. Okay, it might feel a little awkward, but it's good. You know, it's like Neo when he wakes up from the Matrix, right? And he's in that pod thing and he yanks that tube out of his neck or whatever. And everything is so weird. And sometimes he feels like he wants to go back, but he doesn't. Okay, stand your ground. That was a weird analogy. Stand your ground. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Like I said, it's going to feel a little weird. It's going to feel like somebody else's shoes for a little bit, but it's going to take you somewhere, okay? You're meant to do this. It's divine timing. It's karmic energy that wheel of fortune is turning, okay? All right, this is your message for today. Please hit that thumbs up button if anything resonated with you. Subscribe. It's free. I'm trying to grow my channel. Share with your besties if this reminds you of anyone that you know and love. And I will see you next time.